Mr. Crowe, Service Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to talk about a unique opportunity for Wilmington, one that's honestly hard to pass up. The East End School building is available to the city for $285,000. That's less than the cost of a single-family home these days. And for that price, we're not just getting 4 walls and a roof. We're getting a real asset with immediate potential for everyone in Wilmington. First, let's talk about the building itself. Structurally, it's in great shape. The roof was replaced in sections, the east half 4 years ago, the west half 6 years ago, and the main part of it 8 years ago, and the chiller was replaced within the last 10 years. This isn't a major fixer-upper. What it needs is a thorough cleaning and some cosmetic work. The foundation is there. It wouldn't take much to make it ready to use. Inside, the building has a gym/cafeteria with adjustable baskets from 8 to 10 foot, a stage, a kitchen, and multiple rooms and restrooms throughout the building. That means we're not starting from scratch. We have an infrastructure for a true community hub. Now, we have many options for what we could do with this space. Wilmington doesn't have a dedicated community rec center right now. With this building, we could host after-school programs, indoor sports leagues, fitness classes, summer camps, arts performances. The gym we could host open gym nights, giving kids and adults a safe, fun place to play basketball or volleyball without having to organize a whole league. The stage opens the doors for concerts and live performances, bringing in local bands or student musicians and giving our youth and residents a space to showcase their talents. The building could provide a space for a safety center's exercise equipment that currently takes up space that equipment could be parked in for police and fire. The kitchen means we could host community dinners or events for local nonprofits, and the whole space could be available for rental to community groups, businesses, or families needing somewhere for meetings, pop-up markets, workshops, or celebrations. Just these activities alone could help offset the cost of maintenance and administration of the building. We could set up event fees, membership for regular users, or form partnerships with local organizations to share ongoing expenses. But beyond logistics, this is about community. The rec center would be a safe space for our youth, a place to go after school, to be active, to get involved, to connect with mentors, and to feel like they belong. It's a proven way to help kids stay engaged, build confidence, and keep them in the right track. It would be a chance to partner with organizations like the CCRC, which works with troubled youth in their area. By providing them with a stable, welcome place in this center, we can give young people at risk access to positive activities, mentorship, and support. For our adults and seniors, it could be a gathering place, a source of fitness and fun, and a venue for coming together, whether it's for a concert, a basketball game, or a community dinner. Opportunities like this don't come around often, and for $285,000, less than the price of a house, Wilmington could create something special that will serve us all for years to come. I urge you to see not just as a property, but as an investment in our city's future and well-being of our community. I have also asked for Trevor. Trevor, if you want to come up, and he has a few words to say about it.
Thank you. When Mike gave me a call and told me about this project possibilities, I told him I thought they were very good, echoing everything that he has said that they could be used for. I get phone calls of people looking for places to have meetings, have events and different things, and unfortunately here in the downtown we don't have but a few places like that, and they're always not the right size and so forth. So I see what he's presenting as a great opportunity for the city, and from my personal view, it's not that far from the downtown, so people want to involve the downtown with some event that would work out very well. So I'm wholeheartedly in favor of this, and I hope that you see the opportunity in it as well. I just think it would be a good thing for the city as a whole and all the individuals, adults and children, that have a good place to do all the things that Mike said that could be opportunities there. So I'm firmly in favor of going ahead with that.
Trevor?
Thank you.
I also reached out to Kenny Updegrove, our parks director. He said that he has been involved in running this kind of a rec center in the past, and he has experience with it. And then I reached out to his assistant Jody, and Jody sent me an email, and he says, "To whom it may concern, losing East End this past year affected our program with only having 2 gyms, home and Denver elementary schools. We're at the mercy of Wilmington City Schools. When school is canceled or out, we have no gym time. Having East End would help our basketball program tremendously. There are no local youth programs for kids. This would give our kids a chance to play volleyball before they start middle school or have to travel to play. Right now, our local kids have to travel to play volleyball or don't play until the 7th grade. Years ago, we had an adult league at the YMCA. If the city purchased this building, it would allow us to have an indoor league for both youth and adults. Clinics. This would allow us to run clinics for basketball, soccer, volleyball. A great time for these clinics would be over Christmas break and summer break when the kids were out of school. Other options, dodgeball, after-school programming, summer programming. I feel like there are so many things we could do with this building. Our goal at the park is to give all our participants the best experience possible in a recreational atmosphere. Having East End would greatly enhance this." Jody Drake, Wilmington Parks Recreation Athlete Coordinator. And then also, during my presentation, I mentioned the CCRC, and I've invited Judge Carey to come and speak a little bit about them.
We run a program that does things in addition to what is it, CRCC does. It's a resource center. It's up in the 94 South building. How it came to be was Department of Youth Services started about 25 years ago ways to figure out how to have less kids and juvenile delinquents incarcerated. And so they figured out community corrections was kind of the way to go. And so they've basically given grants out for the last 25 years to do that. Well, the latest thing is about 5 years ago, a particular large county started what they call a resource center. Most of the at-risk children that we deal with in juvenile court, they're not parented. And a resource center basically takes these at-risk kids that are suffering with grades or truancy or worse. A lot of them are addicted. A lot of them have serious mental health issues that kind of lead to their delinquency, to their not going to school. They pick them up after school. They take them, make sure they see their drug and alcohol counselor, their mental health person. That we teach them how to cook, and we have a sound meal with them. We help them with their homework, and we recreate them and teach them things like life skills, how to wash clothes. Some of them don't know how to turn on a washer. Some of them have never done anything other than go through a McDonald's drive-through or turned on a microwave. So we teach them these life skills, and the returns we've had in the last 3 years are incredible. We've served over 350 kids since January 1st, and we would love to be part of this facility. Right now we're paying rent and utilities on the 3rd floor of the old 94 South building, and recreation's an issue. We have to take them somewhere to recreate them, or we have little things we do up there, like we've got air hockey and different things. But these kids, the ones that have been raised in violent households, for example, you would not believe how they're responding to the art programs, the music writing programs, getting to play a musical instrument. We have martial arts up there and programs like martial arts to help with their self-esteem, because many of them have no self-esteem. It's something that's just in our culture that we have now. There's a lot of children out there that are not getting parented. and the Resource Center fills that need, and I couldn't think of a better location, or a better facility rather, because my people were looking at it, before we realized the city showed interest too, and I would love to see you get it. We would be glad and happy to try to be a part of it and support it financially however we can. I'm not saying we have a lot of money, because we don't, but we would love to be a part of it. And on the way here, because I got the call from Mike today to come, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely, I'll be here. We don't have a YMCA. And this building is, as he said, is in good shape. And I'm not saying that I've inspected it or anything, because I do know a little bit about real estate. But obviously, you'd want to do that. Make sure you're not buying something that you have a lot of problems. I'm sure Mike would know. He just stated it's in pretty good shape. I believe him. But what a nice facility. And I was told, because I was appalled when I heard they closed it, that their enrollment's that down, because of, I think, what's happening in the city schools. People are moving their kids to other places, other school districts. It was closed not because of the facility, because their enrollment is way down. So that should tell you something. It wasn't closed because of the shape of the facility. And I'll be glad to share with any one of you my cell phone. Call me anytime, day or night. The ones that don't know me, I have an open door policy. I try to keep my counter clear from 12 to 1:30 every day. You can just walk in and see me. And I think this would be something that, I tell my people with the program that Mike referred to that's out the old main building and in our resource center. I tell those folks, the work you do in your life, this might be the most important work you do is parenting these kids, because that's basically what we're trying to do. Break the cycle, teach them how to be a parent. Everybody in this room was probably like me and Mary Kay, very blessed with wonderful parenting, but these kids, 70% of them are food deprived, if that tells you anything. So thanks for your time.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that we have a lot of facilities around Wilmington to help adults that are with mental illness, with drug addiction, different things like that. But I feel like that we can make an investment in our young people before we have to invest in them later. And so I'm just asking tonight that somebody in council make a motion to consider the purchase of this property. If anybody has any questions about the building itself, I did ask Kurt Bone to be here tonight. He's back there in the back row. So if you want to know anything about the integrity of the building or anything like that.
You know how many square feet the building is? 32,000. And the actual lot size, how many acres? It's under 4. Just under 4 acres.
Mr. Crow, would you mind saying that in the microphone?
I'm sorry?
Mr. Crow, would you mind saying that in the microphone? What was it? It was
A little under 4 acres, and I think he said 38,000.
32,000 square feet?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And this, I'm sorry, go ahead.
How does the school feel about the integrity of that building, Kurt? How does the school system feel about it?
Yeah, Kurt, if you could come on up.
Mike?
As you guys asked, most of the building is in pretty good shape. You're going to need to invest a little bit in the boiler system, I believe. They work. They're just older. As he mentioned, the chiller's fairly new. It's one of the newer ones in the district. Just like it's a 100-year-old building, the front half of that's 100 years old, so you're going to have some issues, as you would with any standard 100-year-old building. So.
Yeah.
The building has a second story. Is it ADA accessible?
The upstairs is not, no. There's no elevator in there. It's all steps.
For people with building experience, Mr. Crow, Mr. Evelyn, Mr. Bone, is that an issue if the building gets remodeled? Do you know?
My understanding is if you remodel it completely, you would have to bring it up to code for ADA.
Okay.
I think most of the usable space, I believe, is downstairs.
Correct.
Anyway. I think the space upstairs could be used accordingly.
Mr. Cerner?
Do we think we'd be able to acquire the playground in the back, the area that isn't owned?
We would have to reach out to the property owner. I didn't realize until we had done a tour that the playground was on a property that did not belong to the school, but we could definitely reach out. I feel like it's a possibility. I don't know what the owners could possibly use that ground for, so.
Is there a timeline on how long this would be available?
There is. Actually, the time has passed, but they extended it for us. We need to have an answer to them tomorrow with a letter of intent or something saying that we're going to move forward with it, and then there'd be legislation to follow.
And
Mr. President,
Mr. Wells.
we want to make a motion tonight, right now?
We would need one in order to present. So, and I do have wording for a motion, if I could present it to you, if someone would like to make that motion.
I'll make that motion right now.
Well, let me read it to you, Mr. Wells. Okay. I'm asking for a motion authorizing the mayor or his designee to negotiate purchase of East End School, terms of which are subject to approval and ratification by council. Do we still have that motion?
Yes.
Okay, I have a first by Wells. Is there a second? I have a second by Knowles. Can we have a roll call vote, please?
Shable. Let me start over again. Okay. Hold on a second. Schlebach,
Yes.
Snar,
Yes.
Wells,
Yes.
Knowles,
Yes.
Nanstead.
Yes.
We have 5-0. We have a motion that passes. Thank you.
I'll prepare an excerpt of minutes and I'll get it to Kurt. Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Crow, anything else? Okay. I just have East End School, if you're, that's it? All right.